Awesome. You might have missed the first part. I don't know if you were there for the first part or if you watched it, but I'll be starting on precious cargo and explaining my titanium strats. Well, anyways, I guess it's just you and me, so whatever. So, continuing on from last time, where I explained my titanium strats and thought processes up to Angel Watch, here's the next mission. This is the next mission after, right? Yeah. Yeah. Precious cargo. So we will have 1562 loot from Life of the Party here, so I'm just simply going to buy 3 gas arrows, and that's it. So this mission, of course, leads straight into Kidnap, without you being able to purchase anything, and all your equipment from here carries over to Kidnap. So that's why we get these 3 gas arrows, because we want certain equipment for Kidnap in this mission. We're also going to get a bunch of flash bombs in this mission and some other stuff for Kidnap. So it's like a 2-mission plan thing. So 3 gas arrows. Now, I have been rerouting this to make it faster, so this is nowhere near the optimal route, but this is the route that I used in the competition, so I'll just show you that. And
if I were Cavador, where would I be?
So you start off now, there's these arrows here, but we're not going to get those because we don't actually need them. So we're just going to run straight to this little bit of darkness.
If I were Cavador, where would I be?
Right here, because there's an archer walking. So if you were feeling really crazy, you could try to run around her, and if she was a short-range weaponer, I would just do that. You don't actually need to blackjack her, you can just run around behind her, but I'll try and see if I can just run past her just to see what happens.
If I were Cavador, where would I be?
Like you can see, you can almost make it to here.
Stop! Stand and declare thyself.
And you might be able to make it to there without getting seen. I don't know. I've never been able to do that. Maybe you can get the right spot there. But
if I were Cavador, where would I be?
But if you just want to run around her, then she's just kind of going to shoot you. So.
Carus, a weed.
So yeah, you might get lucky like that. But I have tried that before,
long way up.
and I haven't got so lucky. So your mileage may vary, but it's it's not such a bad idea to just wait the few seconds and to run this long.
If I were Cavador, where would I be?
Just waiting the, I don't know, 5 or 6 seconds is really not a huge deal overall. Unless you do the new route, which is way faster, but I'll show you the old one first. And again, you don't even really need to bop her, it's just if you're feeling vengeful, you can do that. So, here,
it's a long way up.
So titanium is no saving and loading for the whole game. No saving, no loading, no dying. If you die, you have to go back to the start. I am going to save and load here because I'm just explaining the strats, and I want to just be able to like load and re-show you things and all that, so I have saving and loading here. Oh, sup, Galadin? You just caught the start of it. So you come into this room, and there's an elevator, or you could climb up manually, and it's really about the same. If you climb up like this, if you do it right, which I don't actually remember the right route here, but like, yeah, you can see if you do this fast and you climb up here, it's really kind of, you want to get onto this rock, and it's really about the same time taking the elevator as it is to take the rock, so I just take the elevator. So what you want is the middle level, but it doesn't matter even if you hit the top button, because you're going to get off before the thing stops anyway. You're going to get off at this rock. Okay, now, what you can do if you want an extra gas arrow, you can climb up this rope. You can grab this one, but this is very dangerous because sometimes when you jump onto this rope, you just fly right through it. Usually it doesn't happen, but when you least expect it, it just will. You will just miss the rope, and then if you were to
Bespeak thyself and test my patience no more.
If you were to be positioned badly, like low, then you would kind of just fall all the way down, and you might die falling on the rock. I don't know, it's happened to me. Also, if you jump on and you fly through that one, you definitely will die. So it's kind of risky getting that, which is why I just buy the 3 and then just take this rope up here. So there's a weird sort of save. But you could also take the other. So there's this camera here. Now, you're in dark here, so if you kind of just want to stay in the darkness here and not go too high, then you wait till the camera turns away. You want to mantle slightly to the right, because there's darkness here, but there may not be darkness. Well, I guess there is. Okay, never mind. I guess you can just mantle wherever. But you see how it looks less dark there. So you want to be in the darkness here. And then you just shoot a rope like right about there. And make sure to try to avoid these lights, because you might get stuck on them if you climb there. Again, wait for the camera. Climb the rope. And just switch the camera off. Leave that vine there, because we're going to climb up it right away. Actually, we're not. Never mind. This is like the super old route. So what you can do is you can climb back up this vine. If you want to be like ultra safe and just avoid those two ropes altogether, you can just go up here, and then you get to this rope up there. Or you can simply, you know, jump on this rope if you're feeling like you're not going to fly through it today. Then you can just do this, and it's a little bit faster. But either way, you get up here. There's going to be one mechanist there and one walking. But if you did this all timed well, like I'll kind of show you if you actually time the whole thing and don't stop to talk every 5 seconds.
If I were Cavador, where would I be?
What's that there?
It's a long way up.
Nothing happened. I thought I was going to remember this time. I didn't. Oh, whoops. I don't know how streamers do that. Like, I'm thinking...
If I were Cavador, where would I be?
If I could make it so that there was a thing, those things showed up on my monitor in front of my face, then I would remember. I don't know if there's a way to do that without duplicating the... But I haven't heard from anybody about that, so maybe streamers just somehow remember after a while. I don't know. Oh. Wow.
If I were Cavador, where would I be?
Yeah, nobody says anything, so it must just be on me.
What's that there?
It's a long way up.
So yeah, and you want to hit just this switch. The left switch you don't need to touch. Just the right one, it raises the gate. I honestly don't even remember what the left switch does. It's not important. So you just, if you timed it good, then you can just go right up here.
For the builder's sake, what was that?
Just ignore whoever's walking. The camera there is off. You want to get your water arrows ready. So jump up here, and now when you're climbing this well, the rope is a little off center, so if you're kind of on this side, it's going to be hard to climb. You're going to get stuck. So you want to kind of be turned this way so you can climb easier. But at the top, you're going to want to instantly turn the opposite way. I'll show you. So this way to climb. That bot is like he doesn't start moving until you climb the rope, so the pattern will always be the same if you just keep climbing. So when you're at the top, you instantly just turn around, climb the back. And that's because there's this lever there, which is going to get in the way of you mantling on this side. So you want to climb around the back, and then just very after you've climbed and mantled, you want to again then quickly turn around. So it's basically like a kind of 180 to climb, then another quick 180, and you want to take this robot out right here before he starts turning and walking. So you want to just go like that and immediately run in here. Now, if you're on the non-resource fixed version, there won't be this ladder here. You'll have to shoot a rope arrow, but the idea is basically the same. Now, we don't need any loot on this mission, so if you pick any up, that's fine, but you don't have to because our loot is ultimately going to be for casing, and we don't need any for that. So you have to hit that switch, go through the door. If you're on non-resource fixed, that door will open in your face. You don't actually really need these water arrows, but you can pick them up if you want. You can get the healing if you want.
This should fetch a nice price.
So if the guy sort of says the order of the hammer, pa, as you're going down the stairs, then your timing is good. So for this lighthouse, there's a guy walking, so you kind of want to listen, and you want to like, if sometimes the guy will be over here, and in that case, if you think you have time, you can run into the shadows and bop him, or if he's sort of coming this way, then just hide behind the door and just wait for him to get in a good position. If he's over here, you can kind of just run over here and listen, and you have to sort of memorize the shadows. There's one here, there's one on the stairs where you can stay, and then there's one, if he's really far away, you might even be able to make it to here. And, you know, it's all just bop him as quick as you can because you're going to have to go up to the lighthouse. So I said we're going to get flash bombs on this mission. Now there are 2 flash bombs up here. So one way you could do this is you could come up here, moss the floor, and just hope she doesn't turn the wrong way. Take her out, get these 2 flash bombs. You can get that if you want. You can go down here. We're going to take a route that lets us not have to do that because it's kind of dangerous and a little bit of a waste of time. Well, I don't know. It may not be a waste of time because we're kind of waiting for that guard to circle around the lighthouse. So it's possible that maybe you could finagle the route and make that work, but that's not what I did. So
This should fetch a nice price.
So it's helpful to have a compass key so you can quickly switch back to the compass every time you grab something so that you don't accidentally use an item when you're trying to fob another one. Which is what you'll see me do a lot. So this is the worst part of the mission. It's the long climb up and then the long climb back down the lighthouse. If you're on Old Dark or a specific version or something, you can fire open the door to the cold storage, but you can't do that even on non-resource fix with New Dark, so I don't know. So here's the ladder I was talking about, where if you have touch and you try to jump, you'll clack, and then that guy up there will alert, and you have to wait in order to pluck his key. So it's... You want to make sure that you don't make noise here, so just climb the ladder however you do it. Reach over, grab his key. Now it doesn't matter if you were to clack here, because he can't get to you. As long as you've got the key, you can clack, so just fall down the ladder for speed. Don't have to bop him or anything. Oh. Come on, be fast.
Mine instructions are
So you want to keep this key selected So you can either do the inventory flick up and down to like keep it selected, or you can just kind of go like this a bunch. But just keep it in there because you're going to want it right when we run out. You might hear people walking, but don't worry, they're not coming in here, so just, you can clack if you want to. So now, some people moss this, but if you kind of just get a feel for how close you can be without clacking and jumping over, you can do it every time, right? Just, it's kind of like you run until it feels almost like you're a little too far, like until it feels like you should be over it, but you're not, and then just jump over it. I mean, you can moss it if you want to, but oh, now it's out of my inventory. Okay. The key's in your inventory. Open the door, quickly drop it. If you're on non-resource fix, that door will open the other way.
I want to keep on ice.
And you just drop keys out of your inventory to make it faster to scroll through it.
Still I breathe, mechanist.
I'm no mechanist. I'm Garrett.
You can mercy bop him if you want to.
Knew I would
just jump
come,
back over.
but
And we're gonna just go straight down.
the wheel seems to be missing a bit.
It is the west direction that you want to be facing. That's where the passage at the bottom is going to be. Wait a minute, what depends on the patch you have? The door? Dunbar bonked him and failed? You mean failed the mission? No, that's not supposed to happen. You're supposed to kill him. Like, that's... He asks you to kill him. It's weird that... Oh, okay. I guess it depends on the patch then. So, yes, face west when you come down here. So, you're just going to run straight, take this guy out, open the window, jump through. Now,
That
some
must be
people...
its seat as amicus. Guess I'll sneak aboard and have a look around.
One way that you can do this is you can kind of go around this way. Jump up here. Quickly go down. Take the bot out and you can kind of go through this hole and like do this hole right around here. I'm not going to do that because we actually want some equipment for the next mission, so I'm going to do a... I'm going to instead just go straight
That
ahead.
must be its seat as amicus. Guess I'll sneak aboard and have a look around.
So note we don't have any flash bombs yet, right? We're going to need to get our first 2 flash bombs by going this way. Okay, so once you're here, you got to take up a little breath for air. And make sure you're kind of in this like semi-dark spot here so that the camera doesn't third alert to you. But you're going to need the breath of air. Don't worry about that camera, just run past it, it'll yellow, but whatever.
That must be its seat as amicus. Guess I'll sneak aboard and have a look around.
So kind of like in the middle, like right about there. Take your breath. Back down. You can actually cut this corner if you want. Saves like a second maybe. And again, using the diagonal run to just go a little faster. Because we need to come here anyway, so I figure if we do it now, then we can take a route that's advantageous to getting flash bombs at a certain time and getting our equipment for the next mission.
If someone is there, then show thyself.
Oh. Sometimes this guy will second alert, sometimes not. That's what you need. Rust gas, that's all you need. So then you just run back here. Now this camera over here, depending on its position, yeah, if it's like this, this is a good position. You can run until you're right under it, but you want to go under the water about there because you see... Okay, it didn't happen yet. There's a guy that's going to come through the door. So you want to be underwater by the time he comes through the door. So what you're trying to do is avoid that camera alerting.
That must be its seat
And
as
also
amicus.
avoid
Guess I'll sneak aboard and have a
being
look around.
seen by the guy who comes out to the door. So you just want to run as far as you can on the dock because it's faster to run than to swim. But try to just dive into the water like right as late as you can while still being safe in order to save as much time as you can, kind of thing. So I normally go like about there. Climb up. And we're gonna go up here now. This is technically optional, but we're gonna need 2 keys up here in order to get some equipment. So we want cargo locker 1 and 2. So you can kind of just blind fob them while the guy is falling down. If you're kind of, whoops, don't want to do that. Don't open that door, there's a camera right there. But we don't need those fire arrows, so just bop 1 and 2. You get a feel for blind fobbing. Don't worry if this camera yellows, it's fine. We're gonna go over here. Now again, there's a healing and a breath potion here. We're not gonna bother with those, and also they make noise, so. This guy, you want to bop this guy. There's a couple of strats. You can kind of sneak till you're about there, lean forward, and bop him. Or you can kind of just surprise him by just like running really quickly and just getting him really quick. Whichever you feel most comfortable with.
Come into the lock.
But of course, either strat, like that strat can fail, but this sneak strat can also sometimes fail, so just, you know, try to get a feel. Now we're going to go here, we're going to get these 3 flash bombs. Then we're going to open the door. Now, here you're going to shoot Moss here, like right before you even see, because, okay, I'll show you the deal here. There's this guy, and sometimes he's turned this way, sometimes he's turned the other way. Let's see if we can wait for him to turn around. No, sometimes the sneak strat does fail. It has failed for me before. Like, not very often. Okay, he's not turning around. But, like, okay, anyways, the point is you don't know if he's going to be turned. So, like, right before you even see him, shoot a Moss there, get your flash bomb ready, and then look. If he's turned this way, you don't need to throw a flash. Just bop him, right? But if he's turned to face you, then you need to use a flash. So that's why you want to know. So like, let's just say he's facing, you just throw a flash about there. Okay. Then you want to take his body, hide it, because this big robot is going to be coming this way and we'll see the body, so you want to hide it. Then you just run up here. We're only going to need to hit lever 1. Don't need to take that bot out or anything. We're going to go straight into here. You'll hear a guy walking over there. Quickly shoot 2 Mosses there and there. We're going to run over this way. Bop the guy out. Turn off the cameras. Quickly run back. And if you did this right, you'll have more than enough time to run back into this corner and just wait for this guy to come.
What noise?
Bop him. Run over here. Here's our next 2 flash bombs in this locker. Now, this locker will sometimes, like, the flash bombs will sometimes steal your frob through the door, so you might accidentally frob one before you open the door. That's fine, just open it and make sure you've got both of them. You don't need the loot again, you don't need anything in any of the other lockers. Another funny thing, which I'll show you in a minute, a funny thing that can happen that you should not do, even though it's funny, because it'll fail you.
What noise?
When you bop this guy out, you don't need to hide this guy. You might think, oh, there's dark over here, I'll just stick him there. Well, I don't know if it'll happen now, but what can happen... Okay, it's not happening now. What can sometimes happen is that if you put this guy into the corner far enough like this, his center of his body will count as being under the water because it's through the wall, and he'll actually drown. And then you fail your no-kill objective, so there's that. Now, you heard the guy walking up there. Sometimes, I don't exactly know what it is that makes the difference, but sometimes he'll start walking down here, and by the time you get back there, he'll kind of be in the back, and you'll have to flash bomb him. But usually what happens is he doesn't start walking until you run up the stairs that I'm about to show you, so just be aware that that guy can sometimes be in here, and you might have to flash bomb him and adapt a little bit, but I'm going to show you what should happen, okay? So you get those two flash bombs, you fall into the hole in the floor, you grab the key, you just jump right back up. Get your flash bomb ready in case that guy is down here. He is this time. Yeah, so he can be here. He can be here. I think that's maybe because
Who goes there?
Saved and loaded. I think maybe if you haven't loaded, then maybe he just never is. I'm not sure, but the thing is, if he's down here, then oh well, you just have to deal with him. So I'll...
Aha! I hear the...
But normally he's not there, and you just run up these stairs. Normally he starts walking down as soon as you get up these stairs, so you just quickly go into here, and then you would just wait. And he would come down these stairs, he would walk down those, and as soon as he turns under there, you kind of just fall in behind him and bop him. Unfortunately, I can't show it, but like then you would come up here, and you would wait. What? Okay, yeah. So there's a third guy. So normally by the time you're finished waiting for this guy and all that, then you come up here. That guy would be kind of like right about there and would be relatively close, so you would only wait just a little bit. So here's the thing. We've got 3 gas arrows. We could take these 3 guys out, but we're only going to use 2 because we need 1 gas arrow for kidnap, so we need to keep the 1. So we would just wait for this guy right about there and just quickly run. Then we take 2 of our gas arrows. 1, 2. Okay, now get your moss arrows out because there's a guy walking down there, or at least there should be. Shoot 2 moss arrows here so you can be silent. Okay, let me take a look. Yeah, he's over there. He's not walking right now. But that guy can hear you and can come all the way up top. And he is an archer. So you want to try to avoid his attention by using those moss arrows. You don't need a breath potion for here. If you know where the room is, you just have plenty of time. So then that guy might be up top. Just if he's up top, just like try not to get shot. And if he's walking down here, then just like wait for him to be out of your view. You want to jump on this railing and you want to jump straight down into the water. So what can sometimes happen if you go like this is you can land on the boards. You don't want that. You will make noise and you may get hurt or whatever. So you want to kind of just make sure to just sort of stop your momentum a little bit and then fall straight down into the water. So just kind of jump and then like let go of the forward key a bit and try to just stop your momentum a bit so that you fall straight into the water, okay? And you can also, there's some angles where you can hold forward. Just, you gotta get a feel for it. But go straight up here. Now, on the resource fix versions, there's a boulder.
Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum.
And if you go up the right side, you will never get hit. Right? But I think even if you go up the left side or the middle, you might actually still not get hurt. I think it's just there to scare you, so it's possible that you can just go up wherever you want. Oh no, you do get hurt. Okay, but it's pretty unlikely. But yeah, if you go up the right side, you will never get hurt because it falls to the left side. So yeah. Now, here, if you kind of walk down the stairs, you notice that you'll sort of bonk into this wall, and then your momentum will be gone, and you'll sort of just slowly go down. And if you jump too early, you'll hit the stairs, and your momentum will be sort of weirdly stopped. I don't know. Okay, I did it right that time. But like if you kind of go in here and you just... Yeah, you'll sort of... So basically what you want to do is you want to jump, but make sure you land like right in the deepest part so that you can immediately not get stopped by the wall and just like go. It doesn't matter which side of the stairs. You could go on the left side if you wanted. It's just equidistant, so whatever. Get it and then just immediately go back. This guy's more bark than bite. Just whichever way he walks, just go the other way and just run down, and he'll chase you, but it doesn't matter. So again, this hole, you want to jump into it so that you get as much initial momentum going down. It'll just make you a bit faster, but it's okay if you don't. You'll probably have to use a breath potion either way. So we're going to go straight ahead, and you can get all the way to this hole and out of the water without using a breath, but it's tight, so don't be afraid to use the breath potion. You won't need it again, so just use it here if you want. Perfectly fine. So if you did everything on a good timing, then when you come out here, the big robot... Okay, this is a little late. Normally he will be right up there and just walking right down, and he won't see you, and you can run right into this hole, and you just jump straight up. You won't need to take him out. He was a little late there because I paused a little bit, but you want to come straight out here, and don't worry about this guy. Don't worry about alerting him because we're going straight into here. Get your flash bomb ready because there's going to be a guy coming through this door ahead of you, and you will usually have to flash bomb him. Sometimes you get lucky if you're early and he's sort of back there and you can just run past him. But get your flash bomb ready. Open this door. Read the book. That's that objective, okay? Open the door. Yeah. If you get lucky, you can run around him, but you may have to flash bomb him. But you can just run here and he can't get you. Okay, so here's the part where we're going to open locker number 2 and locker number 1. Now, locker number 1 is the really vital one. We need these 2 flash bombs, and we need this gas mine. This is absolutely vital for kidnap. So, a word about flash bombs. For kidnap, we're going to absolutely need... Let's see. We're going to absolutely need 2 flash bombs. We will usually need a 3rd. And if we have a 4th, we can be a little bit faster, but we don't absolutely need a 4th. So 3 is really what you want. You don't want to rely on you only needing 2, because you may very well need the 3rd one. So you see these 2 flash bombs here, so you can kind of keep a count on how many flash bombs you can use. Let's see, we get 1, 2, 3 first, then we get 4 and 5, then we get 6 and 7. So we're going to pick up 7 flash bombs throughout this mission total. So that means you can use up to 4 and still come into kidnap with 3. So you can use 4 flash bombs on this mission if you need to. Obviously, the less the better. But yeah. Now, we actually don't really need this stuff in number 2. It's a healing and it's a speed potion. But the speed potion will let us save a little bit of time in kidnap. And the key for number 1 is right next to number 2, so it doesn't really waste us much time. It really only wastes as much time as it takes to unlock this and go in here, which is a handful of seconds. But, you know, we do it because it's fast still. So you can just go into 5 and you're done.
It's a short ride.
Okay. So that's 12 minutes, 20 seconds. So like I say, there's a much faster route that'll save a couple of minutes off of that. I don't know, do you guys want to see the faster route? Okay. Okay. So the faster route is it's the same thing with the gas arrows. We're still going to buy 3. But right at the start,
If I were Cavador, where would I be?
we are going to take a gas arrow out. We are going to get her in view. We're just going to shoot it at her. And then we're going to take this extra gas arrow up the dangerous rope that you can sometimes
it's a
fly
long
through.
way up.
That just saves a little bit of time. Usually items don't carry over, but in this particular case, this mission to the next one, they do. So there's a couple of missions where something carries over. There's framed to ambush. Your loot carries over, but you have to go find it. And then in this mission, your equipment carries over to the next, because the story is you just jump on a submarine and then go right to the next mission, and you don't get to hit a store. So, okay, so we're gonna climb this rope. We're just gonna cross our fingers and jump on this rope there.
Now, friend?
And if you timed it right, the camera will be turned away from you. Now, we're not even gonna turn it off. We're just gonna go straight up here, because this camera only affects stuff down here. So it's okay if this camera or if this one up here alerts, but if you want, you can like go under it and try to not have it alert. But if it alarms, it's fine, because none of the other mission is affected. So it's the same thing up here. So this next little bit is going to be the same.
This the boiler, this? Or perchance something worse? Mine eyes. For Karis' sake, is there someone there?
Just torch.
Hello?
This should fetch a nice price.
So we're going to be using a few water arrows on this route, so you can pick up those extra if you want, but you already have like 18 or something, so you probably don't even need to do that. So this guy will be a little earlier. So you can sometimes walk all the way up here.
I'm as sure of it.
So since you need to come up here anyway, it doesn't really matter how far you get up the tower before you bop the guy. Really only all that matters is how far the guy is from any given shadow that you stand in. Like, it's how long you have to wait for him to get to your particular shadow. So it doesn't really matter what shadow that is, as long as you don't wait overly long for him, if that makes sense. Oops, whoa, okay. And again, you kind of walk on that. You turn to the right and you walk on the silent, on the non-noisy brick there to avoid the metal getting out.
To keep on ice. Lotus?
Still I breathe, mechanist.
I'm no mechanist. I'm Garrett. Knew I would come, but
Oops. So it's okay if you clang coming back, because you're just going down here. You're never going to come back here again. So
the wheels seem to be missing a peg.
This. Oh!
That must be at Cetus Amicus. Guess I'll sneak aboard and have a look around.
So yeah, we go this way because we want the keys to the lockers, so there's an even faster thing you can do, but we can't really do that because we need to come this way. And we need to get our first flash bombs this way and all that. In Dunbar's Pact, you can't open the door until he finishes talking. Oh, why would you do that? Authors, why would you do that? Yeah, there's all kinds of weird random changes to the game because someone figured this is a good change. I think it should be like this. And I don't know. It can be slightly annoying. Yeah, so the camera is like at a different position. So here I just jump into the water earlier. Not a huge deal. But I want to go fast. Okay, so right when we exit this place
Is that the... Oh!
is where the changes are going to start. Okay, so again we do the same thing here. We pre-moss the place and then we look and see if this guy's turned. Okay. So we're going to bop him, but this time we're not going to do anything. We're just going to straight run up into here, jump right into the water. Fair enough. We're going to head straight ahead and into the pirate treasure area. Now, we're going to use our breath potion coming this way this time. And again, hug the right
Yo
wall.
ho ho, bottle of rum.
Yo ho ho, what a bottle of rum. And again, just try to aim yourself so that you land right in the water when you jump. Okay, that wasn't good. That's okay. So we don't need a breath potion coming this way because we're not going to go anywhere near the distance all the way back to that hole. Instead, we're going to just go straight up into here. Get your water arrows ready. We're going to put all of these torches out. Boom. Boom. And boom. That's 3. Did I say we would use 4 water arrows? I guess we're only using 3. Then you just inch up here. You wait for this guy to go that way. Get your gas arrows ready. Wait for that guy to be far along the bridge. 1 and 2. Quickly. So this you kind of have to wing it. If someone gets alerted, you might have to flash bomb them. But just make sure that you save at least 1 gas arrow because you need it for kidnap. So do not use all of them. Yeah, that guy's going to be up there, so that's going to be a problem. But like I said, you've got a few flash bombs leeway. You can use up to 4 on this mission, so just keep a count. But there's different ways that can go. Like I say, some people could get alerted, or you could even just not use your gases. If they're both turned away from you and the guy's walking on the bridge, you can sometimes even just run up and just bop them all on the head without using any equipment. You just kind of have to be a bit flexible. We're going to jump down that side again, but this time we're going to go straight down here. And there's this light, and then there's a little manhole cover there. We're going to go up, out. We're going to hit this switch, and we're going to go into this hole.
About.
Grab the key. If you're lucky, this guy will be kind of over there. Quickly grab the flash bombs, then jump back into the hole. I've never had him be in that room, but if he is, just try to finagle around him as best you can. Use 1 flash bomb if you need to or whatever, and just grab the key. Come back out. So you've hit that switch, so the gate is open. That camera can see you. It's okay if you run here fast enough, he won't be able to fully see you. Then you're just going to run right over here, and if you timed it right, the bot should be somewhere up here. if he's a little far down the ramp, just wait for him. But if you don't hear him, then just quickly jump up and wait for him to go. So this route has more randomness in it, but it is faster, you see.
Who's there? Who goes there?
Hold! In Kareth's name, hold!
So if you have any room at all, then just run around him, because you can just have him chase you. And then, but if he's in the hallway, then you don't have any room. You have to flash him because you can't run around him. So that's...
Tight fit. I hope it's a short ride.
Okay, so that's 10 minutes flat. That's 2 minutes and 20 seconds less than the other one, so that's a lot faster. So there you go. Now let's do kidnap. Awesome. So kidnap is really cool looking, and it's we're kind of going to be on the clock for this mission. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you all the steps when I'm off the clock, and then I'm going to show you how it looks when you're on the clock. So you don't get to buy anything from the store. Your equipment all carries over, and I guess your loot does too. Again, we don't need any loot on this mission. It's fine if you pick some up accidentally, but you don't need any. So right off the bat, you're going to be plopped right in. Get your water arrows ready.
I'm back in the Lost City. I should have known.
So
Guess I'll
there's
take the
going to be a
back
big
door
robot.
home.
You see there's a big bot here, so if you just run too fast, he's going to see you. So you have to just wait just a little bit. So you kind of just inch out,
I fear this cannot wait till evening.
Then you must seek out Brother Cavendor.
and you wait till he's over this side so that you can kind of come around. Okay, the save seems to have messed it up. Some people count. I just kind of inch out.
I'm back in the Lost City. I should have known. Guess I'll take the back door home.
Yeah, so I just kind of inch out like
No, my friend. I
like
fear
that.
this cannot wait till evening.
Sup, Andrews? Okay, so this bot, what you want to do is you want to get him. So I'll just show you. Okay, I'll restart and I'll just show you. I'll just do it and then I'll show you like why I did it exactly that way, okay? Because I can't time it right when I'm trying to talk and pause and stuff.
I'm back in the Lost City. I should have known. Guess I'll take the back door home.
No, my friend. I fear this cannot wait till evening. And you must
Okay, so what you want to do, you want to make this bot, you want to take this bot down when he's behind the pillar, because there's a guard who's going to be circling around this way, and she's going to be kind of walking like this, and then she's going to turn and walk like this, and you want this bot out of her peripheral vision. You see how I can't see the bot when I'm walking like she is? So what you want to do is you want to put the bot behind the pillar, but a little bit forward. So if you put him too far, like, to this side, he might sort of count as being visible behind the pillar, and the guard will see just a little bit of him when she walks. So you want him a bit forward, and it's even okay if he's even like coming a little bit out from behind the pillar here, because it really just, as long as you're walking along here and then you turn there and can't see him. Yeah, she spied me. So it's okay if he's even quite a bit forward. His whole head can be poking out here sometimes. So I was a little bit later than I normally am, lady. But you kind of just get a feel for it. But you can also count his steps.
I'm back in the Lost City. I should have known. Guess I'll take the back door home.
No, my friend. I fear this cannot wait till evening.
So if his left foot is raised, like right like that, if his left foot is kind of raised and you take him down, that's like a good position there. So, like I say, you just get a feel for it. So, I'll do that once more, and then I'll carry on.
I'm back in the Lost City. I should have known. Guess I'll take the back door home.
No, my friend. I fear this cannot wait till evening.
So once you've taken the bot down, you immediately want to go to these doors. Duck around the bot. Okay, so this room. You've got this switch here, which opens the gate into the main site. You need to hit this. And then you've got Cavador's schedule. Now, as some of you know, but I'll tell it for those who don't, Cavador is going to be walking all around the mission with his entourage, but he doesn't actually start walking until you read his schedule. So one thing you can do is that he starts off standing in his quarters in Site 5, and he doesn't move until you read this. So what you can do is just never read it, and you can just go right into his site and just take him out in his quarters. But there's a lot of guards and cameras and danger around there, and things could get really bad if you make the tiniest mistake. It's really dangerous and precise. So what I'm actually going to do is I am going to read it, but I'm just going to time everything out so that I get there at just the right time when Cavador comes out. So if you read...
Knowing where Cavador is, that's half the battle.
So as soon as Garrett says that, you know that Cavador has started walking. So I'm going to do the route without reading it so that I can just explain my steps without having to be on the clock. Then I will show you what it looks like when you are on the clock, okay? So you're going to pretend to have read it there. You're going to immediately go up here, and she will be at just the right position for you to snag her key. Then you want to open the door, and you want to grab the flash bomb. You have time to do this because the guard down there is just going to be getting out of your way. By the time you're finished with that, you see she's over there. And if you want to, you can drop your flares in a nice waterfall pattern on the ground, you know, whatever. But you basically come out this side, get your blackjack ready and your flash bomb, and keep it up with the flicking strat or whatever, like this. There's going to be 2 conversers here. You want to just face right towards them and chuck a flash bomb. You'll be blinded, but only a little, and you can easily see these guys. Bop them and bop them. You don't forget to go in here. You're going to require this invis potion up here. If you miss it, that's really bad news. So again, keep it up in your inventory. You're going to use it right around here, like right about halfway through this ramp. That's when you're going to drink the potion. Right about through there. Bop that one, and bop that one. Then you want to go back to this guy, because you see... Okay, so what happens is, bodies, when you knock a guy out, it takes a few seconds for the body to become probable, so that's why you're going to do it in a pattern. That guy, then this guy, then her, then you can immediately go back to this guy who's going to immediately be probable, and you want to put them in the dark. So what you want to do normally is you just like run, and then you grab that guy, put him in the dark, you immediately grab the next one. You're going to put all of them in the dark. Because there is a female mechanist who has a random route who will sometimes come up here, you don't want her seeing these. That'll be really bad news later. So when you're on the clock, you're going to have just enough time to just methodically grab each body and stick each in this dark portion there. Then get your water out. Don't bother with any of these. You only want to put this one out. Immediately then scroll to your gas mine. Now, if you timed it right, the camera will be facing to the right, so you can always just run it up here to the side. So I'm going to explain what happens. When you're on the clock, you're going to come up here, and Cavador and his entourage will be in the process of walking out of this site. So you want to drop a gas mine, because there is Cavador himself who has a gas mask. He's going to be in the middle. There's a regular guard in front who is susceptible to both knockouts and gas. And then there is a helmeted guard in the back who is susceptible to gas but not knockout. So your gas mine is going to take the front guy out, and the front guy is leading the 3. So when the front guy stops walking, the other 2 stop walking because they're just programmed to follow the front guy. So that's what your gas mine is for. It's to stop the first guy from walking so that you freeze them here. Now, where you want to put the gas mine, you see these little blotches in the middle of the floor, like these main ones here? Blotch, blotch, blotch. You want to go up the ramp and you want to put the gas mine right about in between these 2 blotches. So there's like 1, 2, 3. So like in between the 3rd and 4th blotches, you put it there. And once you've done that, okay, you won't be seen normally. Then you're going to run out back here into the shadow, and the camera will yellow. Like, it won't be like that because it was wrongly positioned there. The camera will yellow alert, but you'll be in the shadow before it does. Then there'll be a guy walking up here, and you will want to wait for him, and he'll come in here, you bop him out. So that's kind of going to be the strat. So now I'll show what it looks like on the clock. I'm gonna restart. That was a bit weird. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention. A last thing though. The whole reason why we're putting. Oh, hang on. The whole reason. Come on, camera. The reason why we are putting the gas mine up here is because first, if we put it too close to the door, then what can happen is that the back guy will kind of be like a bit through the door, and you want them all to be out here because you want to be able to gas arrow the back guy, and you don't want the door blocking him or anything weird like that. And also, the reason we're not putting the gas mine further out, you might think, why don't you just put it like right out there, and then it'll be faster. That is because Cavador and his entourage actually will randomly go either left or right when they come out of here, and you can't tell which way they're going to go. And whichever direction they go, they'll kind of hug towards that direction. So by the time they get out here, they'll either be way over here or they'll be way over there. And if you put the gas arrow in the middle, it will actually miss them. And you can't just put it on one side or the other because you don't know which it's going to be. That's why we have to put it up here, like before they've kind of spread out, if you see what I'm saying. So that's why we're doing that.
I'm back in the Lost City. I should have known. Guess I'll take the back door home.
No, my friend. I fear this cannot wait to leave you.
See, I just try to time it when the left leg lifts up. Okay, so this time you're going to read the note first, then you're going to hit the switch.
Knowing where Cavador is, that's half the battle.
Actually, you get an extra flash bomb here, so I guess you could use up to 5 flash bombs in the last mission. Shows what I know. I haven't actually ever been counting them. I've just been kind of winging it, I guess. So never mind. You can use up to 5 in the previous mission. All right.
Any luck on thy hunting, friend?
Guess things have changed a bit.
Hang on a second, my phone is going crazy. Nobody ever calls, so I'm shocked when it happens. Testing, testing, can y'all hear me? Okay. Alright, where the hell am I? Now I've gotten all confused. I apologize.
I'm back in the Lost City. I should have known. Guess I'll take the back door home.
No, my friend. I fear this cannot wait till evening.
Log in for the sound check.
Ah, knowing where Cavador is, that's half the battle.
If someone be there, then bespeak thyself.
What shadow passed my view? Speak any luck on thy hunting, friend?
Guess things have changed a bit.
Okay, right about there. Bop. 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 Immediately back here. So if you take the guy's loot by accident, or if you take any of these healings on their waist by accident, it's fine. It's kind of tricky to pick them up. You might do that. Just, even if you use a healing by accident, just don't even worry about it. You gotta be pretty quick. Put it right about there. Run back. Camera will alert, but it's fine. And you just wait in the shadows. And you will hear like a puff of gas over there eventually. That'll be Cavador, the front guy in Cavador's crew, getting gassed and stopping. Okay, we've heard it. Now we just wait. Okay, now as soon as you knock that guy out, I have to kind of explain this. So if you were to just run here, the camera would see you right away. And if you just run up to these guys, Cavador starts running. You don't want him to run. Then he's going to run all the way back up to his quarters, and you're going to have to chase him, and everyone will be alerted. It'll be an absolute nightmare with no guarantee of success. You very well may die in there. So what you want to do, either you can wait for the camera if you want, and then you can run up, and you're going to use a flash bomb to get Cavador to stay still for you. Or you can simply just run up, ignore the camera, use a flash bomb quickly. Like basically as soon as you're in their view, like really even just like here, you just want to use a flash bomb so that Cavador will stay put. You don't want him to run back in there. That's the important thing. Now, what you want to do right after you flash bombed him is you want to gas arrow the guy in back. That's the only way to take him out. So get your flash ready, get your gas arrow ready, just run, just flash immediately. Gas arrow the guy in back. Get your blackjack out. It'll take frickin' forever, but like just be patient. Get around behind Cavador, bop him out, then take his key. Oh crap. You can't take his key before you've bopped him, so okay, that didn't quite work, so but like the thing is, it actually doesn't matter if the alarm is triggered, because you're just gonna come in here and it doesn't even really matter, because there's really only one guy who might get in your way who's over here. So if he's far enough away that you can just run into this side room, then just run in and run out and just ignore him.
Insane.
And like this camera, you just run past it, and it just yellows. So like it doesn't matter, but even if it did trigger the alarm, it's fine. So yeah, like basically the idea is this is not as scary as it looks. The alarm is of no consequence, so don't panic from it. Just let it go and do the motions. Go through here. And if this guy's close enough, then you can flash bomb it. Like if he's too close and you need to flash bomb him, just do it and bop him or whatever you want. Rex. Close the doors there. Use the speed potion, then pick up Cavador. Then just start running. If you don't have the speed potion, that's fine. It just, you know, it's just going to save you a few seconds. What's up, Rex? Yeah, so once in a while this lady will come up here. Usually she'll just get stuck on the ramp because she doesn't know how to ramp. But if she's coming up there, then you have to drop the body, flash bomb her, and then just keep going. And if you've only got one flash bomb left, then you have to use it on her, then you won't be able to do this strat coming up here, and you'll be a bit slower. But if you do have a flash bomb, like if you don't, then you have to just wait in this shadow for this guy to bop him. But if you do, then just walk out, drop the body, quickly select your flash bomb, drop the flash bomb, and then just pick Cavador right up. If you don't have a flash bomb, you have to just drop him in that shadow and wait for that guy to come into the shadow so you can bop him. And it's... Thanks. Oh, you guys with your European keyboards where you can just type that easily. So yeah, you just want to take him into this site. Now, this site, there's going to be another alarm going off, but the only thing in here is these small bots. They can't hurt you. They're just going to run around trying to get other bots who can, but there's no bots who can, so the alarm does not matter in this site. Overate a bit. So just ignore the alarm completely. Take him over to the left side here. Now, if you're on non-resource fixed, then this mantle will be a bit easier. Like, it'll be a bit different. You'll kind of like mantle all the way up on top of here, on top of the light fixture. But if you're on resource fixed, then it's this weird sort of awkward, like you'll slide down a bit. So just like after you've mantled, just keep holding forward so that you kind of like slide back up. Then when you've hit the lamp, turn and just do this jump up there. It seems like you won't make it, but you will. And then you're just right at the end.
Looks like my old route is still open.
So that's going to be like longer than usual. Yeah, so that's 524 because I paused to explain. But like you see, if you do the whole thing, you should be able to get low 5 minutes or even sub 5.
In the lost city. I should have known. Guess I'll take the back door home.
No bots who can. Bots can't overeat.
My friend, I fear this cannot wait till evening.
Oh, there's no bots who can, yeah. No bots who can hurt you. Oops. Rex has become a bot. He's been assimilated, he's been servantized, I don't know.
Ah, knowing where Cavador is, that's half the battle.
Perhaps 'twas nothing at all. Nothing then.
It is best.
Is that thou, friend? Any luck on thy hunting, friend?
Guess things have changed a bit.
Come on. I know I get sub 5 now. Yeah, I'm a bit late.
A noise. I'm as sure of it as the builder himself.
It will feel like it takes forever to get your blackjack back out there, but like I said, don't worry about it.
This guy makes the hammers sound sane.
So yeah, this maneuver just requires a lot of dexterity and knowing exactly which keys to press.
I welcome the fight.
Just takes practice. Right click, F, R, 2, you know.
Looks like my old route is still open.
Yeah, it's 4 minutes, 58 seconds. That's sub 5, so that's about what you can get on that route. Okay, kidnap is done now for everybody's favorite, casing the joint. So, you'll have whatever loot you have, but you don't need anything for this route. Yes. So, right at the start, there's going to be 3 coins. I didn't even know these were here. So what we want to get 650 loot in this mission. Is this functioning? Yes, it is. You're just going to talk like that constantly, are you? I mean, okay. So we want to get 650 loot because we want to get, I guess, 2 flash bombs and then 1 healing potion for masks. Writing a script. Like a movie script or a programming script. So that's why we're going to get all these coins. So we're going to get 3 coins at the start. That'll give us 60 gold. To make your letters cool. Oh, I see. So just do the normal thing. Climb up through here. Now, we need to get 7 secrets. We need to map half the mansion. Now, a word about mapping the mansion. Intuitively, when it says map half the mansion, intuitively it might seem like it means half the mansion by area, but what it really means is half the mansion by room count, which means that this room and this tiny room and this massive room all count for the same. They all just count for 1 room. So if you try to be clever like I tried to do in planning and try to just get the big rooms, you can't. They just count as 1, so it's a huge waste of time. Annoyfen.py. Oh, I see. That's not a real site. Yeah. Streamlabs should really know that .py is not a frickin' website. It's a frickin' script extension, whatever. So yes, so you're going to want to keep a count of the rooms, and also the secrets. These 7 secrets, we're going to need to go into some rooms that are dangerous and annoying because we're going to want the secret count. So yeah, this route is mostly safe, but there's a couple of rooms where it could be dangerous, where you just have to look out. It's really, really hard to make it 100% safe, but yeah, that's the thing. So yeah. So I'm going into this room because I want it to count as mapped, right? And because it's really quick to map. Again, we're going for room count, not room size. Cue some dumb joke about how size doesn't matter and all that. Okay, so those 2 coins there. So let me just... okay. You need to do it because that's like the point of this. You're casing the joint and you just... So therefore you have to like map out the joint, and then the next mission you go in for loot. Like, I don't know. It's not a very well executed idea, but that's what the game wants you to do. So go in that room, go to the right, get the 1 coin on the windowsill. There's 2 coins on the altar. You should have 120. Go to the right, there is 2 coins here, and then 1 coin there. You should have 180. Go out here. Directly into this door. 1 coin there, easy to miss. You should have 200. Rex, if I ever find some way to like block out that kind of script if bots become a problem, you better be careful there. Go through here. You want to immediately run through here. 2 coins there and 1 coin here. You should have 260. I should also mention... a thing about secret doors, because these things can be deadly and terrifying. So I'll show you like how to kind of wrangle them a bit. So, okay, maybe not that one. It's a little bit wider than most. But when I come up to this one... You guys are not even paying attention, honestly. Come on, students. It's time to learn. Ugh. So, the thing with these secret doors, what can happen is you can sometimes get stuck, like that. You can... It's really weird. Like, you can just go through them 100 times and never get stuck, and then sometimes you just always do. It's really bizarre, but you can get stuck in them where not only can't you go through, like sometimes it's just that you can't go through, but you can go back out. Other times it's that you just get stuck and you can't move, so it can be really scary. So what you want to do is, first of all, allow them to open fully before you try to go through them. Secondly, it helps to try to swing around the wall that the door's not on. So like, try not to touch the door object, but just kind of like swing around the wall like that so that you're pushing against this wall. It'll give you the most possible room to get through. When I've done that, I have rarely, if ever, gotten stuck, so that's something that just helps. If you just try to like go through it and you don't care, and you might smush yourself up against there. You see, I can't get it to happen, but it'll happen when you least expect it. I mean, it's happened to Rick. He had to use a frog beast to get out weirdly. It's just horrible. But yeah, that can happen, so just try to swing around these walls and it'll minimize it. That's another thing that'll just become second nature. That's why I forget to explain things sometimes, because I forget that they're a thing. I just always do them. So it's possible that you might forget 1 or 2 of these coins because they're easy to miss, like this one, for example. And it's okay, there's a couple of extras you can get. 260. Now, you're gonna go in here, and there's gonna be a guy here with a purse, and he should be kind of towards this side of the room. So you want to grab his purse, and then you want to go all the way back. It seems slow to just go all the way back up these stairs, but I think it's about the same time to go here than it is to just wait for him. So I'd like to just keep moving and go over here. The cuckoo is in this ludicrously easy place. You just grab it there, circle back around. By the time you get out, this guy will have probably gone through the door into the hallway. Now, here's a bit of RNG. Yes, cuckoo. Here's a bit of RNG. This guy will be walking in the hall. Sometimes he will go in that door. If he goes in that door, do not walk out behind him because he's going to come directly back out, like literally immediately. So just wait here. You want to wait for him to go there so that you can go over to the right here. There could also sometimes be a second guy who is walking this way so that you can't just run out, and then you have to wait for him to go all the way over there before running out. But yeah, so like that guy could be early. But the fast pattern is where this guy does not go into the door and he just, yeah, see, now he goes in. So you see, he goes in, he comes straight back out. So don't be fooled, just wait for him in that case. Yes, Rex, that script is kind of annoying. I can't barely read it. So the fast, whoops, whoa, 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 don't do that. The fast pattern is he just walks away from you, there's no guy coming towards you, and he doesn't go in the door. So you just deal with whatever comes, there's nothing you can do. Rex, I seriously have a hard time reading. Okay. Like it's funny, but you bind your mouse wheel to pick coins up? Oh. So let me just get the fast. Yeah. So if it's this, then you just inch your way, creep, crouch, crawl. Oh, I should talk about creep, crouch, crawling too, I guess. If you don't know about creep, crouch, crawling, you basically, you hold forward, you crouch and then you hold forward just long enough so that you don't start tapping. Like probably everybody knows this, but it's just that so you can walk on tiles silently. Oh yeah, interesting. So I just want to get the fast pattern. Creep, crouch, crawl outward. And we're only going here to map rooms, really. So if you find yourself really short on loot, there are a few coins in the bathroom that you can get if you want. There's one here. And there's one there, but I don't recommend it because there's more coins elsewhere that kind of don't require you to go running around on clacky floor and stuff, so. We're really only going into the bathroom. So like we're going this way because this section counts as a room too, otherwise we would just go straight into the bathroom. But yeah, so we're going this way. We're going to the bathroom just to map it. And then we're just gonna duck in. So you see it's mapped, and we're going straight back out. And then we're going to just take a quick peek. Sup, Quindle? And if the guy's far enough away, we're just going to run. But if he's a bit close, we're just going to wait for him. But this is the fastest possible pattern, is you can just come right back out. Otherwise, you just wait as necessary. Again, you have to just be flexible there. So those doors close by themselves, I'm pretty sure, so we're just going to leave them. We're going to shoot a rope up here. Now, okay, here's a thing that I'm going to talk about here. So we're on the railing. So in casing, we don't want to make any clacking sound ever, because even if you make a clacking sound here, someone could hear you like weirdly far away and you'll fail. So if you just go like this, you'll clack. So what you want to do, you notice that I'm on this edge. You know how I told you way back in the first video that there's this weird edge of objects where they're silent and they don't make noise and it's a bit lower and it just has some weird properties. If you back up, like basically we're saved now and we're on the edge but we're not crouched, and that's the problem. We're standing up, so we're gonna clack, but we can't crouch on the edge. You see I'm hitting X and I can't crouch. So what we want to do is we just want to inch back till we're standing properly on the object. Then we crouch. Then we go on to the lower edge. Then we drop, and then we don't clack, you see? So we always want to do that in this mission. Whenever we're going to fall, we always want to make sure if we're on this edge, we inch back, we crouch, and then we fall without clacking. Okay? So, this hallway is potentially dangerous. There's a guy, now he's over there this time. Now, if you do this mission the way I've done it with the right timing and all that, I have never had this guy be in the way, but you just have to be careful because, whoops, because he could be in this hall. So just lean at the door, listen for footsteps. If you don't hear any, then just go through. Run into this room. Now, I usually get this coin. There's another coin here that you can get. You can kind of frob it through, but the jump is a little bit awkward. So if you're on coin count, if you have 360 by now, then just grab this one. We're gonna go in here, and again, just sort of hug this wall, turn to the left. There's 2 coins. This room could be dangerous. That guy could come in here. It's really just a roll of the dice. I don't know. He could come in here too. Usually he doesn't, but what you could actually do, like, this is just me kind of routing on the fly here, but what you could do, listen at the door for footsteps. If you don't hear any, what you could do is just open this door and, like, see where he is and try to judge based on that, I guess. I mean, I'll have to route that in myself because I didn't take this into account because I thought these rooms were safe. But, yeah. But it's random. Like, the guards don't always come into rooms. They sometimes do. So you want to get these coins there. And you see we've mapped these 2 rooms and the secret passage. Use scouting orbs. Okay, yeah. That's one thing you could do. If we even have any. I guess, yeah, we've got 1. But I've never had the guy be in this hallway when I was either coming in or going out. So, as far as I know, you're safe to just run in here and then run out when you're done, and you won't get got. I have never got, but, like, you never quite know. So you could just kind of wait, I guess. Oh, yeah. So the waiting will also affect your end time in this mission. It's one of those missions where you randomly may or may not have to wait. So to some extent, your end time is going to be, like, based on RNG. So it's not one of those things like Kidnap where it's like you can say your time is, like, all on you down to the second. It's not the case here. So, okay, so we're going to go into this room. We're just going to enter it, then we're going to leave. But
Storage. I'm sure Gervasius
if you're really
has
short on
lots
loot,
of things down here that he'll never miss.
You could get that.
At least not until it's too late.
If you wanted to. Oh, I'm back here. But the thing is, you don't want to go... Hang on. You don't want to go to the bottom parts of those rooms because guards can come into the bottom sections of those rooms. And yeah, by the way, in case y'all didn't know, you can't get into any confrontation, so this is a forced ghost. That's why we're not bopping anybody. Okay. So actually, what you could do is get those 2 golden candlesticks, not get those coins, and just stay in the closet there and don't walk out into the room. I guess. I don't know, but, like, yeah. So what I'd go is I just go into that room. So we just map it because it's really, really quick to map. Now again,
has lots of things down here that he'll never miss.
Go back up till you're on it.
At least not until it's too late.
Then crouch and fall so that you don't clack, just the way I said. Now we're gonna go up here, and we're gonna do it again. Also, you want to sort of look down when you're mantling on these railings. I find it helps to get your mantle to work consistently. Okay, so yeah, go back up over here. We're gonna just run out. We're gonna grab the loot there. We're not gonna go downstairs because there's a guard that can come downstairs. So, go out here. You should have listened for footsteps at the door, I just realized. But yeah, listen for footsteps. If you don't hear them, it's cool. You just run out here. These 2 coins. These 2 coins. Now you should have 590. Now, there's a guy that could go in that room, so we don't want to go in there. We want to go in here. This is kind of dangerous because it's hard to hug this wall because there's a lamppost in the way, but just do your best to not get stuck there. We're not even going to go in that room. But we are going to go in this room, but we're going to only peek out. You see, there's a guy that came in, but as long as we stay in the darkness of the closet here, he won't see us, and we're just going to have it because it's really, really quick to map. Okay, the library. The route we're taking is this book. 1, 2, 3. Open this.
Either someone's hiding the evidence or these
1,
guys got lost
2.
in 10 feet of passage.
There's the book there. Grab the 2 coins here. 1. Straight ahead. Grab the book there. Then the ghost will die. Then we're going to mantle up on this fireplace. We're going to mantle up on here. We're going to grab the 2 coins. And we'll have 670. We're going to grab the leftmost note on the floor, which is the one we actually need. Read it. You can drop it. I think. Yeah.
Looks like I'll be able to get one of those cultivators when I come back.
So, again, this one. 1, 2, 3.
Either someone's hiding the evidence or these guys got lost in 10 feet of passage.
Oops. You have to read all 5 books to get the ghost to go away and to get the correspondence to appear. So, just climb up here. It is the leftmost scroll with the ring thing around it, the red center thing around it.
Looks like I'll be able to get one of those cultivators
Jump over
when
here.
I come back.
Okay. Open the door. Put the cuckoo in. 1, 2, 3. Inch outward. Inch. Don't clack on the floor, so creep, crouch, crawl out. Okay. Get your water arrows ready.
I tell you, the place is haunted. 1 minute I was on my way to Father Lord's letters. Then I heard this terrible sound.
So we want to stay here around the corner because there's a guard in that room. We want to put this light out, and then we want to put this light out. So you want your aim to be like your bottom is covering the torch. Then you'll hit the torch from this corner. So like the bottom of your aiming thing should just be covering the torch, and then you'll hit it. Now, you need... So like this guard here, and if you were to just inch forward like this, you're in full darkness. And then if you go like this, you're in full darkness. Now once you've come around this corner and he hasn't seen you and you're in full darkness, you can then just walk forward. Now you'll be what looks like really bright, but he won't see you even when you're that bright. So what you want to do to make this fast, like I'll show you if you try. Okay. If you try to like go around the corner like that, okay, it didn't happen this time, but what will usually happen, that always happens. Now the game's making a fool of me.
Someone say something.
What will usually happen if you go around this corner in the brightness is that he'll see you.
Hey,
yeah. And then it doesn't matter that you're in this dark. Now, if he does happen to see you, just run to this side, and he usually won't walk all the way over here. He'll usually just kind of walk a little bit around the corner, and it won't count as like a fail because he's only on second. Usually he'll stop kind of right about there or just a little further. Usually. You never 100% know. I think I might have been a bit slow. Yeah, so usually he'll just stop and then turn back so you're safe. But you want to avoid that happening in the first place. So
Can't the guy nap around here?
So to make it fast, you just put some moss here so that you can just run right about there. You can just run around the corner into the dark, then you just do that. Now, you can go through that secret passage, but we need to go up here anyway, so just put some moss there in case you fall off this rope. Now, if there's going to be a guy walking in the hall. If he's here, then just wait for him, but since he's not, we can just climb up the rope. If you fall off the rope, you're going to be glad for that moss. So the reason we climb up here is because we need to go back here in order to get these rooms mapped out. So if you did the room mapping quick right, you can just go in here then just go back.
Nothing now.
What's up, Jen? Just go into that one room, and then it should be that when you just go into this one... Okay, that's not the case. We needed to go one more room. So actually... You go into this room, you go into this room. You need to go one more room up. Yeah. And then you'd go over here, and then your objective would ding in this section. That means you're kind of like going into one more room than necessary, sort of, but...
What was that noise?
Nexus 1. So then you go into this room. So, like, let me just do that again.
You lost a whole stack of books. Not again. I don't believe even you bookcase.
Oh, dang it.
You mean you lost a whole stack of books? Strange noises.
No, the M stacks. Nexus is like, she's always just like, I'm not cut out to be a speedrunner, oh, I know I'm gonna fail and blah, 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 and then she just obliterates everyone. I don't know, it's weird.
Someone making noise?
No, I was third place because I died 3 times. Whoa. God damn it. Rick was second, I was third. I died once on shipping and receiving when I jumped and didn't have my slow fall out in time. I died another time on blackmail because an AI was chasing me and I used my slow fall too early and didn't line myself up for the final balcony jump. I died again at Soulforge in the robot room, and then the 4th run I finished in like 2:33, which still would have put me slightly behind Nexus, but I ended up 3rd. It's cool. Nexus didn't die, no. But I've still got the duel between me and Nexus coming up, so... But anyways, I'm trying to explain a thing that nobody cares about, so...
What's that?
Just stupid deaths. Yeah, I was disappointed that I died that many times, but my successful run was really nice, though. Okay, so I guess, yeah, you just go in here. Go one room up.
What's that?
Nexus is just like weirdly humble and self-deprecating, but like don't be fooled. She's really good, even though she'll be like, eh. Well, my deaths, like the first death was just stupid. Like it was, I think what happened on the first death was that I would always scroll to my slow fall. Like I don't have one here, but just pretend this scouting orb is a slow fall. And I think what happened was I switched to it, and then I just like ran up to the place where I was going to use it, and then it disappeared from my inventory, probably. But I didn't realize that. Disappear, come on. And then I just like scrolled down like twice, and then I ended up on some item that I wasn't expecting, but I'd already jumped, and I'm like, crap, where's my slow fall? And then I died. But... yeah, he can look like a spam bot now. Well, it's hard to read. Like, it's funny, but don't use it all the time. It's hard to read. I mean, like I'm not... I mean, you use it if you want. It's just that I won't be able to read your stuff very well. So if you want me to respond to you... Anyway. So, ostensibly this video is about me explaining my routes and stuff. But I guess it's degenerated into fun. So actually, I guess it would be slightly faster to just poke your head in and then poke your head back out and then go.
This didn't look like this morning. Someone making noise?
Yeah, there we go. Okay, so you want to not get seen by this guy, so delay your jump if it looks like he's going to see you, but like once you're up here, you're in the dark. Alright, thanks, Jen. I feel like I let you guys down now. Okay, so when you're on this side, make sure to put moss below this window. This is critical, because if you tap on this floor, you're dead. Then put a rope arrow down here, and then wait for this guy to be in an opportune place. So if he's too close to this rope, then don't... Whoa. But like once you're down, just quickly run over here. It is dark here, so you're safe here. Now, if you jump and you make noise, you fail because that guard hears it, but he considers the noise to have come from you. If, on the other hand, you smash the window, he hears it, but he doesn't consider it to have come from you, so he second alerts, but you don't actually fail. You see? But you still want to make sure he's far enough away. And this moss is just if you fail this mantle, you'll clack on the floor. So you want to put the moss in case you fail the mantle. You break the window, you mantle up through it, then you just inch your way out. Now you could go out that window too, but there's a light there. So 6 minutes 50, so like 6.5 minutes or like 6 minutes 20 is a good time if you don't have to wait for the guards if you get good luck. Yes. Now, there is this other window. We're going to go out this other window in masks, but like if you... Okay, I'm going to wait for that guy. You can put the light out, but I'm pretty sure even if you put the light out, it's still not really dark enough. I could be wrong, but the reason we do this window is because it's dark. The casing is just not really fair and kind of stupid, but... So yeah, like this window, there's no darkness next to it, really. So that's why ultimately it's just less safe than to just go out this window in casing. But if you just inch carefully out, then you're safe. Okay, masks. Since we got 650 loot, we're going to get 1, 2 flash bombs, we're going to get 1 healing. Okay, that's just a safety. You don't really need that for any routing. It's just a safety because we're going to be doing some weird, some tricky stuff. So we're going to take an interesting route at the start. We're not going to go through this secret door. Instead, we're going to go over this way. Now, if you're using no resource fix, then this conversation won't happen and this guard will just be standing by the door. You have to sort of inch in behind him, but if you're resource fix, you just wait for him. But if not, you have to kind of get behind him and bop him there. But we're going to actually climb this balcony. Again, look down, climb, again, go back up. Now this is another instance, whoops, where as long as you've stopped making loud footsteps by the time you open the door, you're good. We want to go up here.
Over there?
And, okay, hang on. So now, a thing you can do, like if let's say you want to jump up on a ledge and then immediately blackjack someone. If you jump up and then you put the blackjack up, it's kind of like slow. You see what I mean? Like if you don't really have time to swing. So what you can do, because you can't raise your blackjack while you're in the air. So if you're jumping, you can't like raise it if you click the mouse button. So what you can do is just simply raise it before you jump. Raise it before you jump, and that way you can just immediately swing. So we're going to get 1 and 2 bits of loot there. We're going to go around. We're going to duck in. We're going to grab the third. We're going to go back out through this middle arch. We're going to wait a bit for that guy. Pop this guy out. We're going to grab this bit of loot. We're going to get this guy. Okay, and then we're going to run around here.
Is that you?
We go through here. And this guy will be just in position for us to bop. Grab that plate. Head straight through this door. We're actually not going to turn off any cameras because we don't need to. This rightmost door has got loot. You should have 575 by the time you come out here. That conversation might not be there if you don't have fixed resources. So that guy up there, we can tell how fast we are by his position. We want him to be like just heading that way. We don't need that. It's just a noisemaker. This is loot. Get that. Raise and get ready to bump her out. The loot in there. We're only going to need the square tooth lockpick. As soon as we finish picking this door, we're going to turn immediately left and pick the other door. We don't need to turn off the camera or anything. As soon as we're done picking this door, we're going to get our flash bomb out. We're going to flash bomb this guy. Okay. Go onto the balcony to avoid getting seen by that guy. There's going to be a guy right here. We're going to flash bomb him as well, just right like that. Then square tooth to pick this door. If you lean against this one door, it won't open, so you can just go straight through here. That's a technique you can use, leaning against a door to prevent it moving. Again, hug the right wall. I'm stuck, you see. Could have been bad. Hug the left wall. We're not going to go up there this time. We're going to go straight through the bathroom. Camera won't see us. It's a bit creepy to have a secret door into a bathroom. I don't know, man. Okay, this time we're going to go all the way over here. Because we can defend ourselves on this mission, so it's... Oh, fine. We don't need the slow fall, but frobbing the chest is something that might happen accidentally. Those two doors, wait till they're finished opening, because if you block them while they're opening, you might get permanently stuck. So wait till they're finished. Again, do the pre-raise of the blackjack. Jump up, pre-raise, grab the loot. Jump up, grab the loot. I need to go urgently. Okay, whatever. We're gonna run through this. Just run right through the brightness. There's nobody here. You should have 925 loot. Remember to get the chest under here. Now you should have 1100. Mantle up. Get your triangle tooth ready. This door's gonna open in your face, so stand a bit to the right of it. Pre-raised blackjackness. Now, get your flash bomb ready, because sometimes, but not always, sometimes there is a guard. Yeah, the guard is walking in there. So if he's a little bit far forward and he comes into your face, you're going to need to flash bomb him. Otherwise, just hit that switch on the left side, and we're going to go in here. Hit that switch while the doors are opening, grab the chest. Don't need to turn left for that table. There's no coins in there, although you may accidentally do it. Don't forget that. But you do want to turn left here, because there's a candlestick on that table. Grab those two, and leave. You should have 1370. And go straight through this door. Again, hug the right wall. Go into this room, grab the purse. Go up here, grab the flash bomb. Get your triangle tooth ready, and open this door. And if there was that guard walking, then he will be walking back this way. But if you're very fast, just start picking this door. Okay, maybe he won't. So oftentimes there'll be a guard walking back through that hallway, but he won't see you if you just pick the door super fast, okay? I don't think we even need to go in there. So now here... Oh, crap. Here, we're going to climb up. Hey. grab this chest here. This is 100 loot. 1490. Go over to this side. And when you, I should also note when you fall on ropes, there's this rope bug that can sometimes happen where you just bounce off. Like, I probably can't get it to happen. But like sometimes if you jump, you'll just bounce or you'll get hurt and die. But if you fall onto a rope while looking above the horizon, that doesn't happen. You'll always grab it if you're looking above the horizon. So that's why you'll often see me just flick the mouse up when I fall onto a rope. And that'll come into play later as well. So, square tooth. And again, listen. Finn could be read as hay. Just call myself hay. Hey! I'm eating hay, I am a cow, how do you like me now? So yeah, the guy's over that way, so it's fine, but if he's coming towards you, you kind of just gotta wait for him to be able to bop him. So, we're gonna go in here. We're gonna want to bop the servant wherever they are. Grab the waters for safety. Grab this. So the servant could be somewhere else in the room, just kind of improvise. We don't need to go in the secret passage. We're going to go in this room because there's some more loot over here. Okay, 1552. Wait a minute. Did I get some extra? What the hell happened? I don't know. So there is that chest on the side. Don't forget about it. We're going to get a healing for safety. 1812, 1832. And we're going to go out. If you forgot the chest, you can get it on your way out here, but make sure you get that one. We've already done the thing in the library, so we're just going to run. There are no more terrible secrets, lady. Okay, 1, 2, and 3, but then we're gonna run over here, grab the moss arrow, shoot it there.
What was that?
Grab another 100 loot here, now 1932. Okay, close the door up. Doesn't matter if that guard hears you. He's irrelevant now. Just run, there's nobody up here, but there is a robot over there. So this time we're just gonna shoot that. We're not gonna bother shooting that one. We're gonna grab the loot here, but then we're just gonna go through the secret passage. So shoot that for safety. And just wherever this guy is, if he's near the door, then just wait for him. Otherwise, you can just jump. Whoa. Careful not to tap on the floor when you jump, though. Oops. So it's easy to forget that last 100 loot if you forget to just run forward into the room. It's not a huge deal. You can make up for it up here. But yeah, there's a switch on the right there. That'll open up the passage there. There's one more piece of loot here, and there's another switch which you won't see what it opens now, but it's going to open a passage under the stairs in this other room. We want to go through this passage because it's faster than picking the other door. So that other switch opened this passage under here. Some more loot there. One and one. 2517 or 2417 if you forgot the other 100. Now, we're not going to pick those doors because it's faster to just quickly run around here than it would be to wait for the pick. Now, so for this, if you crouch, you will never get heard, but if you stand up, you will only get a first alert. So it's perfectly safe to stand up, but just make sure you don't fall off at the corners. Okay, now we're going to do the rope strat in this room. Now, if you're Count and you may be using Old Dark and you don't have New Mantle, then I guess this doesn't work, but New Mantle and this works. So here's the thing. These rooms have gas traps on the carpet, you see? This is why we got the healings, because if you get got by the gas, you want to be able to use a healing really quickly and jump off. Now, if you fell onto the carpet, you want to jump off immediately, even if it means clacking on the floor. So like, let's say you were down here You fell on the carpet, immediately jump. So you see how clacking on the floor second alerted those guys. That is perfectly fine. They cannot open this door. So just stay calm. Mantle up here. Go all the way around so that you can mantle up on this middle thinner thing. Just mantle back up. Wait for them to go off alert. Again, they cannot get you in here as long as you're in these rooms or up on the rafters, even if you're outside.
Come back here and fight!
As long as they don't see you up here, they cannot get you. So don't worry about that. Now. Oh, sorry, my sounds are turned off because I still had them turned off for the event. Hang on, let me turn those. You know what? I'm not going to leave them on because I'm supposed to be playing this properly, so I'll turn them on later. Okay. Because they're distracting. So what you want to do for the rope strap, like, you can probably do this on the right side. I just do it on the left side out of habit, but it's almost certain that you could just do it on either side. Yeah, but like, if you just stay in these rooms, they can't come through this bottom door is my point. Okay. So what you want to do is you want to shoot a rope, left or right side, to the middle. Don't shoot it here, but shoot it like right in the middle, okay? Then you want to do the thing where you fall onto the rope. Like, again, if you fall here, you sometimes might get bumped off. Like, I probably can't get it to happen because you can't when you're actually trying, but just to prevent it, always fall while looking up, okay? So you're going to fall, you're going to flick the mouse up, then you're going to go down, grab whatever the item is. Do not mantle forward. It's very possible you could fail. I didn't there, and again, I probably can't make it happen. But, like, it's possible, like, that sort of thing could happen. Like, you could just fall off. The stupid thing won't let me demonstrate the failure state. Stupid. You just have to trust me that you can fall off if you mantle forward, but if you go back up, then you turn and you mantle on the center one, you will always make it. I have literally never fallen, from mantling on the center one. But I think Count is using Old Dark, which is why he can't mantle on the center one, because he said he couldn't do the strat that everybody does. It's probably because he's using Old Dark with Old Mantling, because there's New Mantling. He uses New Dark? Well, maybe he doesn't have New Mantling turned on. Wait, are you sure? No, he definitely Wait. But he can blow open the doors with a fire arrow. You can't do that in New Dark. At least not with this patch. Even with the old non-resource fix pack. Okay, well, whatever. I don't know. I don't know why then. Maybe he's on Old Mantling weirdly. Anyways, you fall like that. You go down. You grab the item. You turn. You mantle on the center. You grab the rope. You do it again. And you just keep doing this for all of them. It's nice and methodical. In the center, fall looking up, grab the item, turn, mantle. Well, New Mantle is just a setting in the config file, so if he's just got New Dark without any patches, then New Mantle will be off because it's not on by default with just a bare New Dark install. The patches are the ones that turn it on, so if he hasn't put any actual patchers on and he's just got the bare New Dark, New Mantle may be turned off. Oh, weird. Okay. Yeah, he sent me a Thief install that was like the exact one that worked. So if you've got 2817, then what you can do is you can just ignore the rest of the loot. But if you want some extra for Soulforge, then you can just keep getting it. But wait a minute.
What that noise was.
I'm sorry, we can't do that. We have to get the last mask. My bad.
Didn't sound like rats this time.
Yeah, there's two masks. There's a mask there, and then there's one in the middle room up top. Yeah. Oh, I have no idea about the final mantle and kidnap. I always use new mantle, so I don't know what you can and can't do with old. But yeah, make sure you get both those masks anyway. You need both of the masks. But if you get your loot goal, then you don't have to continue with the loot. So now that we have the loot goal, we're just going to ignore this. We're going to go straight to the middle room and just grab the mask using the same technique. Wow, that's moss. Great job, Finn. But yeah, you see, just don't be afraid. Just let them calm down. Whoops. See, this is why we get the safety healing. I know it seems like chaos, but all it loses you is time. So just be calm. So you see they've opened another door like in between the partitions, but they can't open these ones into these rooms, so. And in fact, I think those were the bots in the middle, so we need to go to this end, so these two might still be calm, possibly. No. Okay, so there's a bot and an archer walking around down here normally. I guess they've walked off that way. But you basically want to wait for them to go over that way, and then you want to put this light out. Use a moss arrow. Do not forget to do this. Use a moss arrow on the floor there, because if you fall off, you'll clack and you'll be dead. That bot. Yeah, okay, so here they come. So let's just wait for them to be calm. I think they're good now. So yeah, don't let that scare you. Just wait and you'll be good.
What's going on? Who's
So
done this?
then when they're over there, you want to shoot a rope. Don't, like, even though you're dark on this rope, don't hang on this rope while the archer comes over here, because he spotted me one time even though this was dark. So just wait till they're over there. Fall on the moss. Start picking the door. Now this is a bit tricky. You want to stay in darkness, but you want to shoot this torch out. So kind of just aim like there. It doesn't work all the time. Kind of lean and like aim. Yeah. You want this part to be dark. Close the door. Now there's a guy. So this archer, don't be stupid. Wait for this archer. Do not go running around if you don't know where he is. You want to bop him out no matter what, because this place is really dangerous. Quickly take him into the dark. And again, wait for the bot. It seems really slow. If you're feeling insane, you could flash bomb him and try to run in, but like I wouldn't try it. Just it can feel like you're just burning time and you get antsy, but just if you need to pause, then pause, because it's better slow and alive than fast but dead and you have to start over again. Okay, when he's over there, 1, 2, grab the thing, open, be careful, note where they are. You're safe here in the doorway. Climb back up. Now, when you make this jump, it'll look like you're going to fall, usually, but just keep holding space and you'll make it. You see how you kind of fell down there, but then you grabbed it? That's a weird mantle, but just, it'll work. Just keep holding it.
Who's there?
Now, a word here about the, oh, hang on, potentially obvious thing. there are these 3 switches which each turn off a certain color. Now these rooms all have a certain color on the walls, and that corresponds to the color of these lights on the switches. If you turn off the light, then the gas traps in the rooms with the corresponding colored walls will be turned off. Now, I've done a test, and if you go over here, so basically the way it is it's blue, blue, green, red, red, green. Okay? So you need if you wanted to go into all the rooms by walking on the carpet, you would need to turn off 2 switches at minimum, because you need 3 masks, and you've got 1 mask in each color. You've got 1 blue mask, 1 red mask, and 1 green mask. So what I have tested is I've tested just walking into here, picking this lock, turning off the red thing, then going down here, using the rope strat just here in the green room, and then just walking on the carpets in these 2 rooms to get the masks there, and then just going up here, using 1 rope down there to get the mask, and then just going to the exit. That seems to save about 10 seconds, which is something, but it's not really super required. In a run this long, you'll save 10 seconds by doing that. So you can do it if you want to. Meh. 10 seconds is a big meh from me, but like yeah, that's just to note that you can do that if you want. But anyways, normally you would come up here, oops, you'd go over here, you just go down. Well, the thing with Soulforge is you only really need 2800, because you don't really need, like, anything else will really just let you get, okay, that was 18 minutes because I explained a lot and I had to wait a lot, but you can get that like at 13, 14 minutes if you're good. Yeah, so for Soulforge, okay, I've changed the equipment that I've bought a lot, so I'll tell you what I currently buy. I buy 1 invis potion, all the waters, all the gases, 2 flash bombs, 2 speed potions. But you could, yeah, like you could get some extra loot and you could get more moss arrows. I found that I don't actually need to buy any extra moss arrows, and I don't need any frog beast eggs or whatever. So this is my current loadout. I'm probably going to change this in the future because I've got an idea for a different route that I haven't tested yet, so I won't show it here because I don't want to just die and look like an idiot. But yeah, so this is what I buy currently. I don't need the slow fall anymore. These are really just for safety, because since I don't have like much offensive weaponry and I don't really want to use it, I'd rather just like run than explode a bunch of bots and have the whole level after me. I'd rather only have 1 guy after me or no guys after me. So these are like good safeties. So another thing, this mission's idiotically loud, so I'm gonna just turn it way down so you can hear me. Okay, I guess that's a bit too quiet. Boom, boom. So, I'm gonna take this boiler. I'm gonna hide it behind here. Because when the 2 bots come down here, they will actually alert to that boiler because it counts as a dead body, so you want to hide that one. This one they don't seem to alert to. So hide that one. Immediately start walking over here to the right side. Like, can you even hear me over this idiot?
Thou art transparent to me, Garrett. Even now I can see thou seekest to stop me, but there is naught you can do.
You can barely hear me? Okay. So knock that guy out, put him here. Run over here. Shoot an arrow there, then just hang back here and just wait. Get your gas arrow ready. You could also get a water arrow. In fact, I'm going to use 2 waters. It really doesn't matter, but just shoot the bot right there. Okay. then climb. Now, for climbing up here, either you can shoot a moss arrow up to these surfaces to make sure that you don't clack, or you can try to just jump so that you don't clack by just kind of jumping like right at about that height. Okay, I still clacked, but this bot doesn't seem to hear. But like, yeah, you can do that. So I'm going to economize on mosses because I didn't buy any more. So you want to wait till that bot's going that way and this camera is facing away because it will see you. But you can be in the blackness all along here if you have to. So just, I like to just run really quickly over that way, but if you have to be dark, you can. The camera won't see you on this side. So you can shoot moss arrows here, but to economize, you can just creep off and make sure you don't clack, just like I said before. And if that bot is over there, then just kind of wait. But sometimes the game will make you clack here anyway, so you really got to be careful, like there. Yeah, it's darker if you don't have the resource fix, because the resource fix is relit, which makes the lighting look better, but it also makes it inaccurate in a lot of places. So you need that, you need that, you need that. So you need a bantam node, a signal bolt, a gauge, and then you need a metal plate. You kind of just memorize the positions of them. So go through here. I'm going to grab these 2 water arrows because I'm not coming back that way again. You want to pick up as many water arrows as you can. Can you guys hear me okay now? Though, because, like, have I been too quiet for the whole thing? So close those doors. Make sure to close them because there could be nasties coming through here. For safety, knock this guy out because if you clang, he might hear. Read this. You can drop it afterwards.
Just what I was looking for.
Climb
Now
up
I've
there.
got a real plan.
Okay. Do like a jump like that. Okay, I missed it, but you can kind of just quickly jump and hit the switch and then just fall back down. You want to hit that switch, you can go in here. This will open the Northern Apps gate. If you don't do this, you're in for a world of pain and acrobatics trying to get out of there. Hit that switch. You can't read that bit. Yeah, you don't have to actually read it. Just, you know, check the objective for you to learn how to use it. So it's possible there could be nasty bots, so just check to make sure there aren't. Then we're going to go back this way because it's a lot faster. No, I never picked up and dropped that one without reading it, no. Let's just wait for the camera. Wait again. I'm going to wait for that bot to turn as well. Okay. Oh, what kind of junk? Destroy them with what kind of junk exactly? Okay, so the thing is, there often but not always is a human walking this way, so get ready with a flash bomb in case there is. It looks like there isn't now. Okay, now you're gonna have to look around here to see if there's any danger. But sometimes there can be a human there, so just be ready for that. Oh, that stuff. Okay. So just go up here. You can put that torch out if you want to be safe, but there could be bots coming out of that door. I just roll the dice and say that there aren't because I'm fast enough, but whatever. Stick the signal bolt in here. Again, just kind of cross your fingers as you go down this elevator. Just kind of jump off as soon as you can so you have control over your horizontal position. So one of the bots will be here, but the bot that is walking this way will not be there. So just, it's only this bot here that will be there. So just listen. If you hear any clanging, just wait for the clanging to disappear over there. But there won't be this one, which is why we just take that few seconds hit for safety. Again, usually dropping this will be silent, but once in a while it won't. If this bot alerts, then you can climb up into here and jump inside. You'll be dark and you can wait for the bot to calm down. And all you lose is time. So this room is actually pretty safe. Yeah, you see, I accidentally made noise. So just jump in here and just wait. You are completely safe. Sir, 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 what? Why is it so bright? It's not bright. Well, I mean, I have the brightness turned up because if I turn it too low, then some people can't see it. I'm not going to reenact what you did in the highlight. I can't even remember all of what you did, seriously. Dude, you just can't stop it. If the game's dark, people say it's too dark. If I brighten it, some people say it's too bright. People's monitors are just different. I'm sorry, but just deal with it. Better to have it too bright than too dark. So once it's calmed down... Nope, it's not calmed down yet. What do you mean you can see 2 feet in front of you? That... You can see more than that, right?
When I sit in judgment,
Karis.
the builder before me,
Just keep prattling away, Karis.
Karis, what hast thou built? I will answer thusly. I have built a church for thee.
What are you talking about?
Solid and good.
A ticket with Eidos Inter... What are you talking about? Eidos didn't get involved until Thief 3, and what are you talking about?
And also for the countless structures I have forged, millions of children, wrought innumerable tools.
Oh, there's 2
all
bots.
in your name.
Yeah, there's another big bot walking around.
He will be pleased, and I will take my place by his side.
So we're gonna wait for that big bot. I like big bots and I cannot lie. Sup, Jake Mir? So if you want, there's these 2 vine arrows here. Sometimes they can transmute into boulders. Uh-oh. I think I alerted that one bot. This mission is very random, and you just have to be able to deal with whatever happens. Sometimes you'll just waste minutes on end waiting for these idiots. If I didn't have to wait for that bot to calm down, I think I would have been able to just run and these bots wouldn't be here. Because there is some order to it. Like, it's random, but they do start in specific places. And so I think, like, if you're fast, then there's certain things that can't happen until a certain time has elapsed, maybe. So... Anyway, here is some darkness. If you wanna hide really quick, you can hide here, just so you know. Oh, good. There's the human. So the thing is, you really want to find and bop this human before you get to Bay D, because this human can walk into Bay D, and you really don't want them walking in on you at random when you're doing stuff in Bay D. Oh God. Okay. So, know your dark spots. There's dark spots here. There you go. Now, you want to go around this side because there's 3 moss arrows. This is why we didn't have to buy any, because we can find them. We're going to also find 2 much later. 1, 2, and 3. Make sure you get all 3. Now, you always got to stop and listen to see if there's not spider bots, because they make only a small, quiet sound. So you want to always be like sort of stopping and listening to see if you can hear them. So there are some oh, see, there's another. There are some strats to get into Bay D. For example, some people go like this. And then they just try to take these bots out and all that. Like, that's pretty unsafe, so I just take the plebeian slow strat by going through this door. So, okay, you've got to peek through that door. This door can be dangerous because there could be a big bot that comes straight through it and you won't hear, so I like to just run quickly, then go to the side so I can hear anything that might be coming through. But don't forget this one moss arrow there. Now, they try to make you go on this metal so that you don't get seen by the bot, but you can just run here. The bot will only first alert. Take this if you want. But I mean, you don't really need 7 vine arrows, but whatever. So again, try to jump here so you don't clack by kind of jumping like just high enough to get up, but not so high that you fall and clack. Okay. Stay on this side, and you can even crouch if you want to avoid even a first alert. Stay on the left side of this so that you're away from that bot. Shoot a moss there, and then just jump there. Now, so that you don't accidentally go blah 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 blah, or I'm sorry. Now I can't make it fail. So that you don't go like I did the one time and go and fall all the way in the hole and die, which I can't make happen now. That's hilarious. You know, be careful and go like go down here and just inch like that. Creep, crouch, crawl, because this is metal. And you're in Bay D. Now, Bay D is like a weird Eye of the Storm type room. There's danger and death all around, but it will only trigger if you make a noise. So as long as you don't make a noise, you are completely safe in this room. Some people will tell you this is super dangerous. It really isn't. As long as you've taken the human out and as long as you don't alert anybody with noise by mossing strategic places and following the exact steps, this room is completely safe. So, first thing. Again, it looks like that bot might see you, that big bot, but it doesn't if you just stick here. Just walk softly around these small bots so that their eyes don't open. So moss the floor here. What hast thou built? Bantam node and gauge go into here. Fall off onto the moss. Creep, crouch, crawl off the edge. You will get a first alert by going to the water, but never a second, so it's okay. 1, 2 water arrows. Jump back up. Creep, crouch, crawl off. Shoot one of your mosses up here. So, like, you kind of have to know where to aim it. So you kind of get a feel for it. It's like right about there. Yeah, so there it fell off the side, so I guess you want to aim a little bit more to that side. You want to make sure it lands on the platform and doesn't like fall straight off. And try not to waste a moss too. Like if it falls off the platform. So this is just for safety because you could second alert this bot if you clack. Now that's not a huge deal because you just run over here and then you just wait and you're safe, but you do lose time. So if you didn't use a moss, you'd want to jump like right about here so you don't clack. But otherwise, you know, using a moss is like a safety. So just get the key, open that door, come right around and open that door. We're going to hit the rightmost machine, and then we get that. The leftmost machine switches for that other machine over there. So first pull this elevator down, then use a second moss when it hits the floor. Then shoot a rope. And these mosses are kind of just for safety. If you feel like you can do without them, then fine, but I don't want to clang on that because that would be deadly. Grab this, come around. Now here's a scary place. You can also jump up and go around the machine. It's faster to jump up the ladder and just go to the other side, but like, I forgot that, so whatever. So what you need to do is you put the regulating round in one of these, and you need to put this stage 2 piece in the other. Now, I probably won't be able to make this happen either, but it can occasionally happen. No clang, only GCC. I get it, I get it. It can sometimes happen that these things will hit the metal on the back of the chute and cause a clang. Or on the top. That is really bad. So, what you want to do is you want to be looking like as straightforward as you can and just drop them straight down. Don't lean, just drop them straight and it's never happened for me. So, but it's always possible. If you do get a clang and everybody alerted, retreat back into this tunnel in the dark and just wait for them to calm down.
Clear the path for the builders who are walking down on Earth. History will move forward.
No joking matter. Okay, so once you've done that, go back up here, and then
Beyond our
the left machine is what you want now.
now is the dark time before the days of light. Why dost thou oppose me?
And grab your piece. It's sometimes possible if you put those things in the chute and they didn't go far enough into the chute that it'll just spit one of them back out the other end. So make sure it's got the gold ring and that it says stage 3 piece. If it doesn't, you'll have to do it again. So yeah, that could happen. Okay. Now you go around again. Now this room, you're going to wait in the dark. You're going to look at the camera. You're going to wait till it turns that way. All the way that way, okay? Then you're going to run out, quickly jump up here, and quickly go into the darkness. Okay. You're going to take a moss arrow, shoot it on the floor right here. You're going to wait for the camera to go all the way to either the left or right. If you wait for it to go all the way to the left, when you run under it, it'll yellow alert. But if you wait for it to go all the way to the right, and you do it fast enough, then it won't give any alerts. Because you can kind of hook around to the left. But even if it gives a yellow, it's not a huge deal because you've got more than enough time to get done what you need to get done, and you're never coming back here anyway, so you can shoot a moss here for safety if you want, if you really don't want any alerts. But if you do, it's no big deal. Just quickly put the thing in there and get the hell out the back way.
The blueprints didn't leave anything out. This thing ought to do the trick.
But if you didn't alert anybody, then what you could do, if you really wanted to, is you could go back here and just quickly run.
I see thee. The one they call death.
Like, this is just going to get you where you're going faster, but it's risky, and you might not be able to avoid an alert, so, you know, it's safer to go the slower way out here. So look through the door and make sure there's nothing bad coming your way. And again, hang to the left on this walkway. Now, if you need health, there's an infinite healing font over there. Otherwise, just come out here. I like to shoot a moss here at the edge so that it mosses this platform and also mosses the ground down there with one go. I'm going to get this water arrow here because you want some moss to fall on the ground so you can be quiet. Now, listen. Because there could be bots coming. This is also kind of a roll of the dice. If you don't hear any, then just get as fast as you can to the elevator. Okay. There could be bots in that room. You might have to wait. It's really just completely random. Now, you can tap all you want up here. Put the thing in the thing.
If Karis has any way to detect what I'm doing, I'll know soon.
Now, what I like to do is I like to come first to this balcony, do a crouch mantle, and just watch and listen. Okay, I can hear a big bot, so I'm going to stay up here until he leaves.
Karis didn't pipe up about the sabotage. I don't think he knows.
As soon as I can't see or hear anything there, I go to the elevator, but before going down, I'm going to listen again. You see, because I can hear a little bot now. So these two places, when you listen, will tell you. So I think he's coming out. Yeah. Because this elevator is real dangerous, so listen again. Good, I don't hear anything. Now, if you don't hear anybody coming, go over here. Now, it's possible to pick this door open before the bot turns around, but it's better just to take him out. Now, you don't need to hide him. So I should mention it takes 2 water arrows to take out a big bot, but only 1 gas arrow to take out a big bot. So 1 gas arrow is the equivalent of 2 water arrows, so you could just use whichever you want whenever you want. It's fine. I've got the 2 gases left, so... So you come down here, you can just go off this ramp and it, you know, you won't get seen. Now, all the AIs are kind of circling around the room in a clockwise fashion. So if you just always go clockwise and there's a big enough gap, you won't get seen. Now, if you're on this elevator, that big bot or anyone coming that way is not going to see you. It might look like they will, but as long as you're in this safe zone, they will never see you. So it's totally fine. Just go down here. So if you alert anyone in this place, these will open and bots will come out. You really, really, really don't want that. So first you go up here. Y'all know this. Murder me. Now, what I do is I just run straight through here. Now, you can go on this side and you will be in full dark if you crouch. If you don't crouch, you'll be dark enough to only get a first. So really either way is fine. Make sure to go in between these. Now, you want to use another moss here. Now, another way in would be to go through that door there and come through the water and come up behind here. But I believe it is slower to go all the way that way than to just do what I'm going to do later. So this mechanist is right by this switch. If you do anything to alert him, her, I don't even know, the voice is kind of androgynous. If we do that, for example, this mechanist is going to hit the switch. As soon as that happens, you are toast. The lights turn on, all of the bots come out. You are like insta-dead from everything, so you don't want that to happen. So that's why you moss this floor, get your blackjack ready, quickly bop the guard out. Now you're safe. Just go up here. Yeah, if that happens, I really can't help you. I've tried to escape from that before. I couldn't, despite my best efforts, so just don't let it happen, period. Also, let me get some water.
Why do you do this to me?
A word about these elevators. You have to be careful on these elevators to be in the center, because if you go like say you go like this, that can happen. Also, if you're too far back, in theory it could happen, or if you're too far to the edge, like you see, because there's like these edges, so like you could get crushed is what I'm saying. So make sure you're kind of like look up and make sure you're kind of in the middle. And yeah, it is super tedious to go on these elevators constantly all the dang time. Thanks for asking, yes. So now, here, don't just go like this like I did one time, because then you die or you lose all your health. Instead, go over this way. There's even a ladder you can go down, hey. Now, what I'm going to do is, now that I'm up here, I'm now going to go in this door. I'm going to go in full dark there. I'm going to go in this door. You'll get a second alert, but just run and it's fine. Because it is faster to simply come in from this side. Get these 2 water arrows here. These 2 water arrows here. And then quickly just turn back. I'm almost totally sure that the water arrows are not like halfway through. They're closer to this side than they are to the other. So it's faster to just go in and out this way, if you see. So just be careful of the bot. If the alarm sounds, these will open and bots will come out and you will be dead. So again, careful. Now, if you stay on this platform, you will not get seen, so just stay here and then look at how things are. Now, again, you just follow these. So you want there to be a gap. You want to be behind that big bot, and you see how there's this big gap? Follow them clockwise along the gap. So you can, if you want to, use mosses here and then there, because you're going to pick up 2 more mosses later, so... If you don't, though, then just creep, crouch, crawl over these metal pieces, and it's fine. We're going to need to use 1 more moss. So, you know, if you want, you can just... You can slowly walk, or you can just bop this guy out, you know, whatever you like. But if you bop the guy out, then just quickly take them to the shadow here. Pick up the 2 mosses, and then quickly put this guy in shadow. Now, when we come down on the elevator, we don't exactly always know where these AIs are going to be. So... there's a little thing here with this. So when we come down, we are going to want to be on the southwest corner of this platform, which is this corner. You see how we're almost full dark? The AIs will not see you if you're almost full dark like this, if you're on this corner. Whereas if you're in the middle, you might get seen. You see? Okay, we were lucky that time, but you could see how you might get third alerted there. So you want to be on this southwest corner. When you come down, just in case the AI is going to be in your face, you won't get seen. Southwest corner. Don't forget. Okay, so we're good now, but just for safety now, just ride these conveyors. Now, if there's a bot going that way, then just kind of like go like this so that you don't get in front of them. Just do what you have to. Otherwise, we're good. We can just follow along and get out of here. What? Oh yeah, the big bot very rarely actually comes in here. And, well, yeah, so that doesn't usually happen, but we're gonna wait for it. See where it goes. Like, I just don't want it to come back this way, but it might. I'm not sure. Where are you? Where are you? I don't hear him. Where the hell did he go? There's another spider. Yeah, the spider bot can be in there. It could even be in there, which is bad. So again, it's just random, and you just have to do what you can to deal. Where's that big bot? Okay, it goes that way. So first I'm going to go over here. Now that camera won't see you if you go over this side. You see how it stops short? You just run over here. It's okay. This bot won't see you either. Yeah, if you stick to that wall, the camera, see, it doesn't turn around that far. Notice how this literally magic levitating platform is magic and levitating. Seems heretical to me, but what do I know? Okay. I don't know why they couldn't just put like a pole on that platform and just have it make sense, but oh well. So check to make sure that there's no small bot or even big bot there before you go down. Now, we're going to wait for the camera to turn away from us. We're going to circle around. Go into here. Now, okay, so the thing is, there's a couple of ways you can do this room. You can start with this side, which is more efficient. You can also start with this other side, which is what I used to do. Mechanist Tech Superior. Well, maybe it's some kind of magnetic thing. I don't know. So this is what I used to do, and the reason I used to do it this way is because I'll kind of show you. So either way, you kind of want this bot to get out of your way, and okay, I'm going to wait a full cycle. Because the strat, I'll show you the strat here, and I'll show you why it's slightly safer to start with this side, even though it's slower. So the strat is you wait till the bot is like in the middle of the partition, and then you take it down. So basically you want it to be out of the position of being seeable through these gaps. And it's full darkness on the ends here, so you use this full darkness at the end. Now, the reason it's safer here is because if you circle around here, there's no bot over there. Like, if you went on that side, there would be this bot. Like, I'll kind of show you, you know what I mean? Like, right now, the only bots I've got to worry about are over that side. So wait till he's way in the middle. Then take him out. Then do this switch. So that's like the kind of the general idea, but this way is more efficient. Okay. Because with this way, you don't have to kind of go back and forth, right? Then again, okay, this is testing something on the fly here, but okay, never mind. This strat is safe and consistent if you go around this way, so never mind. I'm routing on the fly here. Yeah, this is a room I didn't practice enough, which is why I died here in the event. Yeah. Wait for that, wait for that. So we're good. So if you want, you can use gas arrows too, you know, like whatever you want. Just right there. So if you want to be ultra safe, you can take all of them out. You'll be ultra safe that way. Or you can just kind of try to save a bit of time if you know where they're going to be. Now these bots have a pretty short vision range, so don't worry too much if it seems like that bot's going to see you, but like it's not safe to stand there, so like it's really not, yeah, it's much safer to just take them out methodically, that way you know. But what, Rick's Frog Beast explosion strat? Yeah, but then I would have to, yeah, I don't know. It seems random to me. So yeah, ultra safe is to just take them all out methodically by just... That's just super random because the Frog Beast might get blown up by the bot, so you have to take extra flash bombs and I don't know. Better to be methodical, I reckon. So yeah, you can make this room faster by just not taking them all out and just listening very carefully and being very focused. But I tried that and it killed me, so sometimes it can kill you, so... You want to wait till the bot's in the middle of the partition, not like right at the start. Yeah, but it's random. So what happened to me when I died was that one of the bots was walking this way, and I ran, and he saw me through the gap there, so this time... Okay. This time I know he's over there. So I ran. Do not go to the sides or this will happen to you. Okay, so we're clear. Also, there's a bot in here, so like even if this doesn't happen to you, this will happen to you. Okay, so we're even more clear. Good. Now, shoot moss onto here because the game might make you clang on this later, even if you're careful, so... It has never alerted that bot for me, but it could, so, yeah. Guess what? Another elevator. Whoa, hey. Chill. So there's one bot left still, but it'll be easy because we can hear it. Okay. So if you wanted to take all of these bots out, it would be 12 water arrows or the equivalent plus gas arrows. So like that's why you want to pick up as many as you possibly can. So that's the hardest part of the mission. If you can get through that room, you're basically home free. I mean, don't get sloppy, but still. Oh yeah. So just make sure this camera isn't facing you when you walk behind it and you're good. Now, some people... Okay, so... Yeah, I'm going to do partway the strat that most people do, which is to take out this bot first, which at first I was like, why would you do this first? It seems random, but... Okay. But there is a bit of a reason for it. You do have to wait for this servant. Come on. you want, you can grab a frog beast egg. I don't know. But I'm not going to go in there. Instead, I'm going to go this way. Because then you can end up being in darkness in the doorway in this room instead of awkwardly running out into the light. So here's where I normally use an invis potion, but if you don't have one or you just don't want to use one, you can just wait. And usually they'll all be facing away. This is something you can only do with new mantle. You mantle through that window. Yeah, so you might get seen, but even if you do, you just run really quick. And yeah, you mantle through those 2 windows, you can skip the whole thing. I'm not gonna visit Karis, that's slow. Yeah. That's what his dad was always like. I'm not gonna spend time with you and do father-son bonding activities, that's slow. Yes. Poor Karis. Okay, so first hit that so to get it going. If you need another water arrow, there's one in here. If you don't have resource fix, I think that one's actually floating, but either way, it's there. Now, I like to wait for this bot to turn around because the way is short and possibly dangerous. So this bridge is weird. If you jump on it, you'll make it clang, but if you just walk onto it, then you won't ever clang, even if you just run on it. So, like, take that opportunity to run really fast on it. You could just run in behind this bot when he was over there. You don't really need these, but you can get them if you want. Or you could take him out now, or you could just never take him out. Whatever. Like, you can save a couple waters if you don't take him out, I guess, so there's that. If you're low on them. But I have to talk loudly on the elevators. So the thing I always forget is really what you're supposed to do is when you come in here and when you, right after you take out this bot, then you hit this button so that this thing will be sliding while you're going up the elevator and you save the like 10 seconds or whatever it takes to wait for it. But I always bloody forget, so that's what you're supposed to do. Try to remember. The heck is this? There's tools there. Okay, so anyway, yeah, you just go over here, avoid the camera. If you want, you can just run around the perimeter of the room and be safe, or you can just go right over here and just, like, run if you're caught. See, that's why you take, yeah, and just circle around. The camera might see you, but what? So, this would be a good time to use an invis potion. And a speed. Get the hell out of here. Yeah, that bot, if you got bad luck, he'll be coming through here, you know. So that's why you want to take those 2 out so that you have less threats to deal with at least. Like, that doesn't usually happen, but like random shit can happen here, so. So that's why it might be a good idea to save your invis and not use it in that room that I said you can use it in, because like I could have just used a speed and ran away from that bot and probably been fine, but like, you know. You have to be flexible, right, Rex? But you see how speeds are a huge safety. Okay, there's a spider. There's 2 3. All 3 of them are going that way. Which means if I wanted to be stupid... That was a funny clip, though. You can post it if you want. It's cool. So then you end it, and oops, whoa, whoa. What I like to do is to just give a little parting gift. So this is 40 minutes. That's really slow. You can get between 30 and 35 minutes usually with this particular route. You could get even lower than that if you took some riskier routes.